Senator Lindsey Graham wants to know exactly what's going on with the president's decision to take American troops out of Syria and now Afghanistan. He's calling for immediate hearings on all of this, so the bloom could be off the rose between those two fellows. Let's get the read on all of this a day after we learn that the Defense Secretary of the United States, Jim Mattis, is stepping down, or will in February, to former State Department senior advisor in the Trump and the Bush administrations, Christian Whiton. Obviously, this is not sitting well with a lot of Republicans and Democrats. Where do you think this is going, Christian?
Well, I think you'll see from the Senate what senators do best. They talk and they preen. Of course, you know, it's their right to have hearings. That's what the Senate's about. After all, I would actually push back on the idea that Lindsey Graham speaks for most Republicans, though. Certainly not most Republicans across the country. They don't want nation building in Syria. They actually do want withdrawal from Afghanistan, which is something that also has Graham alarmed with. So he speaks for the absolute most hawkish, most neoconservative element of the party, which is diminishing, and he speaks for himself.
And to be fair, the president has talked about this down to his days as a candidate, that our presence into the many, many years, almost 2 decades in Afghanistan and Syria was overdone, and we had to do something about that. So nothing new there. But I guess what was behind Mattis's resignation is that he didn't get a heads up on it. And neither did a lot of other military commanders. Now, the fact that they are, to a man or woman, opposed to this, and Vladimir Putin is delighted with this, what does that tell you?
I don't know if Putin is delighted with it in reality, because, frankly, now he and Assad have to worry about the jihadists that we were, acting against in Syria. Our primary mission was ISIS. ISIS is dead. We're gone. If our criteria is stabilizing Syria or ending Russian influence and Iranian in Syria, that's a huge order of magnitude larger than just killing ISIS. We would have to invade the country big time. We would have to take down Assad. That would.
But I guess what all those guys are saying,
Christian,
I'm sorry to jump on you there, but because we're waiting there, some of these guys might speak leaving the White House. But I'm wondering what you make of the fact that a lot of people say, ISIS ain't dead yet. So be careful saying they are.
ISIS is totally dead and kaput as an organized military and political force that can hold territory. Of course, they're holdouts. There were Japanese holdouts who were leaving the jungle 2 decades after World War II ended. When we defeated the German army, guess what? There were still German soldiers around. I mean, we're not going to shoot all of these guys, right? But defeating them as a force that could hold territory.
But they morphed into something else. Al-Qaeda morphed into something else, that morphed into Boko Haram, that morphed into ISIS. You know what I'm saying? I think their concern was that, the entity as we knew them and know them might not be the same, but it will morph into something even more dangerous and more likely now without our troops there. That is the rap the president has been getting. Do you agree with that?
No, I think that because we can always go back in. I mean, the French do this in Africa. If we need to go back in with military force in the future, we can. But what we don't want to do is have these massively costly, if you add Afghanistan and Iraq and Syria, $50 billion plus a year. If we take that money and put it into the Pacific, we can deter a war with China. We can buy the ships we need. Our Navy is still shrinking. Our Air Force is still shrinking despite the plus up in the military. And if we're stuck playing cowboys and Indians in the Middle East, which made sense in the couple years after 9/11, but which no longer does. We can't do everything everywhere and fight everyone's battle for everyone. We have to pick and choose. And our main primary adversary is China, not sort of, miscellaneous jihadists in the Middle East.
All right, Christian Whiton, thank you very much. Good catching up with you.
Thanks, Neil. Appreciate it.